So back again. Let's try once more. So welcome everyone on today's community meeting. My name is Adam Rosman and I will be your host today. Today is the 8th of October 2025. And we can skip the introductions and we can go on to the help wanted section. So as I was saying before I lost the connection, is that please make good first issue labels, and also if you would like to work and contribute to the project, then feel free to filter for help wanted or good first issue labels, and that way you could have the project progress. If your organization would be willing to publicly acknowledge the adoption of Metal3, then you can do that by creating a pull request into the community repository, the same way as the others have done before, by editing the adopters.md file in the root of the repository. And then if you feel that you or your PRs or any other tests are facing issues and you think that those are not related to your changes or not persistent problems, or you don't have time to track them down, then please create an issue in the affected repo and then link that issue to the Metal3 CI tracker. And if you feel that it's just a flake, so it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, then please add this flake tag before the name of the issue. Okay, if you are interested about any other statistic, CLO or CLO monitor or the QA or the CNCF statistics, then please check out the links below here or from the project GitHub page. And I think we can continue with the community working groups, and I see there were no updates in Scalability Armor AI, and then we have one update in the artifact, which is an invitation. Yeah, this is the email thread, Dimitri, you pinned the last time. So yeah, if you are interested to discuss the artifact, like deliverables related discussions, then please join that thread on the mailing list. Okay, I think there were nothing for the community group, so we can continue with the release team. And there have been no releases, but there will be some news about the release team in the discussion topics. So I think I will go there directly and continue with that. And Pepe asked me to, or asked us, or offered the option rather to talk about the ideas that are formulating around the release team. Can you see this presentation? Or should I zoom in more, or is it okay?
The title is fine.
Okay. So I think most of you who join the meetings are familiar with the like the goals of a release team and are participating in many organizations and many communities where you do releases. So the basic goals are the same. So why we would like to improve it and what's the end goal is to have properly scheduled releases, make it more approachable for the new people who are coming into the project, or even maybe that would be their first serious contribution to open source, and then to stay aligned with the CAPI and the Kubernetes release cycles and with other release cycles like the Idonic, and then basically to get some help with the releases, and I will make it clear soon that why is it. Let me see if there was. Yeah, I think it will just go into more detail on how to do it and what's the plan. But okay, the motivation behind all this is this opening the release process to the community. And I forgot to mention at the beginning. So all these good things are expected from this process of opening to the community. And most of the things I think are like self-evident, but let's go into the details a little bit. So what we have planned so far is that there would be a fixed meeting for the release team that is not mandatory. So we have some discussion also that if you feel that the stuff that you are releasing, like Ironic Image or IRSO or I don't know, some other components or a patch release or something, that's not, and you don't feel to join this meeting, you don't have time, it's fine to communicate on the Slack. It's okay, but I think it's good to have a fixed place for this for this group of people who has to cooperate on the releases, and if they want to talk, then they can. So it's just like an open meeting. It goes through the same meeting system and has the same rules and function as the community meeting. But if you want to join, you join. If you don't, you don't. But it's there. And then what would be like the activity that happens on this meeting is that checking the status of the milestones and the branches, so you can gauge if you need like a patch release or not, or how far we are from a CAPI release, and so on. And then the most important part is that if there is like actual release activity, so that today is the day to release, then people can come together in this meeting and do the actual work side by side and then talk in the meantime. The Tuesday at 17, I see Dimitri, you are asking, it's 14 UTC, the same way I will. Can I edit this? No, I can't, but it's 14 UTC. So the same as the community meeting just the day before.
Yes, it's not 17 in any time, right? It's 16 in our time. Ah, maybe you are an hour from me, right?
Yeah.
You're in Eastern European time zone. All right. Okay, gotcha. So same time slot, just a day earlier. Gotcha.
Yes, exactly. Yep. And then also that was something that multiple people brought up, that a release retrospective would be nice, and for the release team itself, because one function of the release team is to actually, if they found something, they have to like some issue with the releasing, they have to improve it, and they also need to document it. So like a retrospective is kind of useful for that. So these are the things that can be done on this release meetings on the Tuesdays. Yep. And again, if you feel that your specific responsibilities, even if you are a release team member, do not require you to join this, because we have kind of a clear separation that usually CAPM3, IPM, and BMO are done together, and then Ironic Image and IRSO are kind of sort of done together or harmonized. So I can understand if not everyone wants to join all the time. Okay, then kind of the responsibilities of this release team that wasn't really formalized. Now it will be at some point, I think, also in writing in the repos, but there will be a lead, and then there will be the shadows, and then the lead will delegate the work, and then the lead will also do the work, but then the lead can delegate a subtask to the shadows, and then I think this is how it worked so far, anyways. But we didn't really publicly presented that this person is the lead, the others are the shadows. From our team's perspective, internally we did this. Like we have selected lead and the shadow. I think we can publicize that and select a lead for this release cycle. But I will get back to that. And then of course, if you have been a shadow in one cycle, you can be a lead in the next cycle, because you have gathered all the experience. So if the lead goes away, then you can be the new lead. That's how it works in most places, in most communities. So yep, that's just the usual thing. And then we need to work on the documentation. Yep, if you open up this link, we have repo specific and generic releasing guidelines and description how to use the release scripts and whatnot. But to be able to release, there are a lot of steps, especially around the CI and the dev and so on. So usually the CAPM3, IPM, and BMO steps were tracked via an issue that was always created in the beginning of the cycle, and then all of the like surrounding task, pre-release, post-release task, documentation, whatnot, were tracked in that one. And I think what we were discussing is that this one would be turned into a template, so an actual issue template with all the prior art and everything, and then it can be filled out during the cycle, and then and then before the new cycle starts, the template would be refreshed. So that would be one way of tracking the progress. And this method was used for multiple cycles now for these three components. And then of course there are actual like project specific instructions that I think everyone has seen already. Let me show what else we have here, because I don't remember what is what. Oh yeah, so one thing was that we discussed is that the release team on these release meetings and in general would keep in mind the CI tracker, and we would open up the CI tracker so you can see that what are the publicly known issues, and then how does that affect the release, or is it a blocker or not. But then this would be one responsibility of the release team, that they would like take a look just quickly if something is blocking them on this list. And then there was the other one that the release team would start to check the roadmap and the milestones, and would help enforce the milestones, because the release team would be like, it's very hard for the release team to track what will be in the release and what needs to be done and what was planned if the milestones are not used properly. And we have like the whole system of the milestones, but it was a hit and miss so far. So it's not it wasn't like, we cannot really enforce it, but if people are not adding the pull requests and the issues to the milestones, then it's very hard for the release team. So I think this will be kind of a cooperative effort between everyone and the release team to have the milestones up to date. And then in general, just the documentation, that if the team runs into something, that has to be documented, but more or less that was done anyways. It's just like formalizing the responsibilities here in writing also. And then there is this other slide. This is just again formalizing the minor release timeline. So basically our release cycle is counted as one minor release. So let's say like CAPM3, 110, 111, and so on, and everything else that falls within that that cycle, and then this is just the formalized or like the official process. This is already how it was done in this cycle. So there is a beta, there is an RC. During the RC, we branch out, and then between the RC and the actual minor release, there are a lot of activities that I showed from this tracking issue. So all the pre-release activities and whatnot. Some even during the RC, and then we would release. This is again very similar to how others are doing it. I think this will be also written down into the community report somewhere to have all the responsibilities of the release team in one place. But yeah, these were the things that we have discussed basically, and as I said, many things are already done like this, but it's just a summary of what's the plan and how the public release team supposed to work. Any comments, questions?
Yeah, actually, I have my hand up since a while. So I think the initiative, looking at the presentation, is actually great. I mean, opening the release process to community. Although I think you're going in the opposite direction with this. Let me try to explain. So first of all, you said that this was basically already decided. So, well, this is the first thing that goes against the statement. You didn't open the release process to the community. You just decided something and presented it here. The second thing is that you are basically creating a, a separate team inside the entire community with a separate meeting, meaning that like you are separating that actually from the community, and in particular from the community meeting. Everything that you mentioned in the first slide, the meetings like topics, so the checkup, the release, and the retrospective, these are all great things, but if they are done, as you say in the statement, inside the community, not just for the release team. Checkup can be done during the normal community team meeting, and it's a great thing, analyzing what's going on in between releases. The release itself, the coordination for the release itself, I also think can be done during the normal meetings, and also I think there should be something in our channel or a separate channel for the release, just for coordinating that, not definitely for separate meetings or topics. And the retrospective is an even more important topic for the entire community. And I'm talking about the retrospective about what went good and wrong, I guess, during the entire release, and also what went good and wrong during the release itself. So yeah, these are just some comments, some thoughts here. Of course, I don't pretend to change anything here, but it would have been nice to be part of the discussion before any of this was actually decided. Just, to give some different perspective coming from a person that does releases since years now, upstream and also downstream.
Yeah, okay, that might have been my communication skills, but sorry. So it is not decided, not written in stone. This is the proposal and the pilot. So the only thing we had one meeting. We were discussing this, and in that meeting, that first meeting, we talked between each other, and many of the team members or the community members here are also members of other release teams, especially in the CAPI, in the Kubernetes, and everywhere else. And that was kind of what they put together, that what was their opinion, and then that slide is just a short summary of that. So nothing has been decided, and the only thing that we this is our pitch, and now you said yours. And I think we will have multiple back and forth. It is not we are officially not going out yet and opening up the whole release process for the whole community. The only thing we did is to book that meeting and make it public, so we can try that out. That's all. So it might be that that we won't do it this way. So, and what you brought up, this doing the checkups, for example, on the community meeting, I actually brought up the same things during our meeting. So it's actually very useful that now you have provided that input, and I think we will have a back and forth about that because sadly not everyone can be available in the community meeting at the same time. So I think what I will do next is I will open open a email thread, and then we can discuss this and continue the discussion, and then reference these slides. And we had another document also, and then you can also comment there, and then maybe we can share the ideas better. But understand this from our side as a pitch, not like a decision.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Anyone else?
Yeah, I can add something. As Adam said, it's just a pitch. Our main aim is to open it up to community. Other details, obviously, we can discuss in the thread. Regarding the separate meeting, we added that because we were thinking that people might not be interested in the whole resources. So if we add it to the community meeting, it would be very long and people might not be interested in that. But yeah, obviously, it's open to discussion. We can accommodate, as Adam said, in the thread. We can discuss there. And obviously, if it will be a separate meeting, anyone from the community can join. It's not going to be like only release team can join that.
No, I understand that. It's just like, again, by experience, usually
Yeah.
people are not attracted to having more meetings. So we already have the one during like once per week, which is like, it's okay. Like 1 hour meeting per week for this, I think is okay. But again, everything that I'm going to just comment in the thread when it will be open, but like the retrospective, for example, is something that we should just do that when we do a release. Just dedicate part of the weekly meeting to that. It just helps everyone.
Yep, I'm okay with that. Let's we can have more discussion in the thread. Yeah.
Adam, I can't hear you. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I muted myself. Yeah.
No worries.
So this one is a review request from Dimitri. Are you here? Because I can
Yeah.
see your. Yeah. Okay.
I'm here, yes, and that's kind of a big thing I've been planning for a really long time, and I accelerated it a bit because I'm preparing a demo for Open Infra Summit, and as part of it, I want to kind of show manual installing everything, and I just realized how manually installing everything is quite a tedious experience. So this makes BMO be able to use an IRSO's ironic object to get all the information instead of, ironic endpoints, mounted credentials, TLS secrets, and stuff like this. That's its entire description. My dream with this is to go to the same state where we have this ironic standalone operator itself. We can just only publish a manifest on GitHub, people download it, and for example, provided they have an ironic object called ironic, we could use that as a default. Everything just works. And, without messing with environment variables, ironic.env and stuff like this, customize anything, at least for simple case, of course. That's the whole presentation. I wanted to highlight this. It's also probably going to simplify the BMO CI quite a bit, but I haven't looked into that because we have been developing this in parallel. Yep. Just take a look. Let me know what you think. Give it a try.
Okay, thanks. Then I will subscribe here. And please, folks, take a look. I'm just wondering, was there some other work related to this? Oh no, that was some Debian work. I remember Nutti was pushing something. Is this the only or wait? So this is separate from the substitution of the run local.
Yeah, that's entirely disjointed from that.
Okay. Okay, then folks, please take a look. Does anyone have any questions related to this one? Okay, if not, then let's continue with the next one. And this is, the starting guide.
Yeah, I really hope that Leonard would be here. We should probably move this discussion topic to the next one, but just briefly, I again have been doing this demo and realized that our quick start guide is completely broken. It's a bit less broken now. I fixed a few things in it, but my philosophical point is, are we actually going to maintain a very long document that describes a step-by-step guide for installing Metal3 without ever CI testing that? Because it seems like it rots very quickly. I kind of did this thing for the sake of my demo. It's not like an attempt to create a product, but I'm also thinking maybe we should, in fact, have some sort of a quick start in code that can be, on one hand, easily customized. If you look here, there's like 4 Ansible roles, all 4 pretty trivial. Yay, I love this. It installs kind, this cluster installs kind, then we have BMO, ironic, and IRSA. If you run them in the right sequence, you get things happening. And ironic is kind of, I create ironic YAML and apply it with kubectl. So they're all not very complicated, and they basically follow how Upstream is doing things. So maybe we should take this and make it into an official quick start. Maybe really, I want to open the discussion what to do with quick start guide, because the current one, it was definitely broken before I started working on that, and it probably is still broken because Leonard told me so. And that's it. Let me know your thoughts. Otherwise, we'll probably move it forward and hope that Leonard is here next week.
Yeah, I think that would be good to discuss with him. I also vaguely remember that there was an issue created just recently for Quick Start Guide to test the Quick Start Guide. I think just today I was sitting on a meeting and
Yes. We have
yes,
an issue. So we will create a test for it. We will have a CI job that will test the quick start guide. So we make sure that it always works. So someone from our team is working. I think Peppy is working on it. So
Yeah.
we will do that test here.
Yeah, Adil, do you remember, do we have upstream issue for that, or was it just an idea that we discussed?
We have a ticket internally, but I don't think we have an upstream ticket. I can check if we
Yeah.
have one here. I can create a ticket in the upstream.
Yeah, please do so. And maybe, how should we approach it? Because now, Dimitri, you also worked on this one, and we have the old one, and someone started to make this testing for that one too.
We can take this as inspiration for fixing the quick start guide, because this stuff like worked today, except that this stuff doesn't have provisioning network support, so it doesn't have DHCP, it's only virtual media. So that bit is missing. I didn't really intend that this specific thing to be a product, only if you want to. Otherwise, just because I want to have a reproducible demo instead of running a gazillion commands at the same time. But I'm very happy if people just take ideas from here and apply it to Quick Start Guide. And yeah, the idea of testing Quick Start Guide, I assume you just read Markdown and check all the commands. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think from everyone, for everyone, it's getting kind of, or becoming an issue that the quick start guide erodes or erodes so quickly, and I think we are in agreement. It's just that I don't want to waste your efforts either, nor anyone else's. So yeah, but I think, Adil, if you are willing to make an issue, then please link this work that Dimitri has done in the issue, and then I think Peppy will have, yeah, as Dimitri said, some inspiration.
Yeah, I will share this with Peppy and also create an issue.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so that was the last topic. Oh, I actually have one more from my side. That's a review request. I will shamelessly sneak in my no, not even from here, but from here. Yeah, this one, please. It's ironic image PR, the one that I have been duct taping and fixing for some time now, related to the TLS improvements. Please take a look. And there is one, I have actually one question. Maybe we could discuss it right now because it's a relatively simple question. Tuomo brought it up first. I actually forgot about that, but there are these master ISO images, and I later expanded that there are also the ISO images or master images, master ISO and master images. We don't really use them in like Metal3 upstream tests, and these are for caching. Do we need to allow access to them on the like via the API, or via like just allow access from like the network to these, or are these internal caches? How does this work?
It is caches for the case where user provides a ready-to-use ISO image. I think they might be testing as live ISO flow, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, they're not publicly available.
Okay, then that's fine, because I didn't open them up. Just the images, but not these master images. Okay, then please take a look, and then that's all from my side. Is there any questions? Are there any questions? Because if not, then quickly we could check the milestones, and hopefully this week I won't delete old milestones. It was a long time to put them back, or the issues assign them to the milestone. Okay, we have IPAM. List looks fine. We have 110, 111, and then we have one thing open on 110 and 111, and that's the Go uplift because of a CVE. I actually reviewed the initial pull request related to this one, so I will just approve these. These were backported by the bot. And there were quite a lot of CVs. I can show you this many. I don't know how relevant these are, but quite a lot, and Mosher was keeping an eye on them, and he pushed quite a lot of these uplifts just recently. So that's one. Then there is the other one. I think this is supposed to be passing here also. In general, that looks fine. And then we have the CAPM tree. Okay, again, list of the milestones look fine. We don't have anything on the release branches, and we have only stuff for 1.12. So that's okay. PMO. And yeah, when I was talking about the release team pitch, like this is kind of the process that then probably we can if the checkups would be done not in the separate meeting but during the community meeting or however whatever would be the result, that this would be kind of part of those checkups. So I think the this sort of roadmap theme, I don't think we will need it anymore. I thought we would separately maintain it, but I think it's a collaborative effort. So anyways, it becomes important before a release. So then the people from the release team will be looking into this, and people who want to get something merged before the release deadline, then those would also take it upon themselves to make sure that it's signed to the proper milestone and whatnot, and we would not need to do this bi-weekly milestone grooming. Instead, every week the actually the release team could go through these or just look at them. I don't know. We will figure it out. But probably this slot will go away either way on this activity that I'm doing now. Okay, there are a bunch of stuff left for 0.11 in the BMO, and this can, I think, this can be kicked further down the road for 1.12. This is also not completely finished. It's just being discussed. This can be kicked down the road. This was cannot abort inspection when deletion is requested. Do you know, Dimitri, if this was worked on? Because there are no issues linked to this.
I wasn't working on it, at least.
I think no one else either. I will wait further then. Okay, scalability test BMO E2. So there is now scalability. Oh no, this is BMO. Okay. Not not the capm3. I think we have not added this either. Enable the removal of the external provision. Yeah, this was not merged. I remember this discussion, and won't be merged into 0.11 anymore. And sadly, this wasn't either. Okay, I think that's fine. There were no anomalies here. And then what do we have? 1.0.10 bump. And yeah, I remember this bump either. That was halted by 2. And I don't remember what was the exact reason. We have to discuss this one. Yeah, this would modify the build requirement on 0.10. Okay. Okay, nothing special here either. Also, in the meantime, feel free to bring up if you would like to add something to a milestone, or if you think something is missing from a milestone, or whatever else. I think we will need improvement for the what that assigns the milestones to assign the proper ones on the main branch, because I feel that folks don't like to set the milestone themselves. Yeah, I think that's again bunch of stuff just can be moved down. The CentOS stream IREC image, it was done for V32, right?
Yes, so we are building both CentOS 9 and CentOS 10, but the base image is still CS9. And I was like planning to switch to CentOS Stream 10 at some point. Just need to decide when. Like in Ironic upstream, we are building like IPA images with CentOS Stream 10, but we don't have a lot of well, we do have CI tests as well. I don't know. I need to think about it to see when we can actually, maybe after the next release.
Yep. Okay. So after the next release, so that would be 34 actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sounds good. Then support building and deploying multiple architectures. There have been works. I've seen the ARM improvements, yeah, and some of them are even linked here. And okay, there are some. Okay. Everything was merged. Maybe this is the only one that's not merged. Okay, I will ask it here. Okay, this is probably done for 33 because I think all of these are actually done. Yeah. Optimize DNF usage. That's weird. This was LGTM, then the proof, and
Yeah, the problem
Oh.
is that there's an incompatibility with, because we're not using like a Tuomo wrote there. We're not using, well, we're using Docker legacy, let's say. So we need a build kit to be able to use this. Otherwise, it won't work.
So this was only stuck because the CI image was
Yeah,
unable to build it.
yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Okay. Then this needs an issue. Okay. I will turn this into an issue. Just should I do that? So from there. No, we can extend it later. I will have it under ironic image because it's an issue of the ironic image, although it will be resolved in project infra. But I think people filter for all of these just for the repo specific ones, and we have to do it in this cycle. Okay, and this will move down to 33. And then, yeah, the TLS config, this is what I asked the review for. This is, well, as soon as possible, next release, okay. There was a lot of things in ironic image, okay. And then last thing is the IRSO. How is it now with the IRSO? I lost track. 0.4 is that still the support, right? Yeah, okay. So we are at 6, and then these are the two back. Okay. Now I remember.
6 and 5 are supported.
6 and so 4 is not. Okay.
4 is not.
Okay. Because I
Almost
was
2 of them.
okay. Yeah. Why is it? was milestone. How did I mess up this last time? I should archive it. Or, no, it's closed, not delete. Okay, yeah, like this. Yeah, because I've seen today a backport request for this go uplift, and that was done for and probably went through for 0.4, but then it was just a mistake. I guess it won't hurt if we don't support it anyways. Okay, so we are done with this milestone and backlog stuff. Yep, I think then the follow-ups from this day are the discussion that we have to start about this, how to open up the release team, and I don't think there's anything else that we have to carry over into the future. Yeah. Okay. Is there any question, comments, anything you would like to bring up? Okay, if nothing, then thanks for joining today, and let's meet next week, same time. Until then, have a great week. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm